All right, who's ready for some turkey? I know I am. Hey everybody, Doug Reynolds here, your Sacramento area realtor. This is a monthly update I do about Sacramento real estate every single month. We are at the end of November, beginning of December 2024. It's been an interesting market this last year, the last couple of months, the last couple of weeks. We're just coming off the election ending there, and it's been kind of a bumpy ride the last few months. So let's get into the stats. We're going to see what happened in October and then kind of talk about the market right now, what's been going on, okay? So Sacramento County, these are the stats for October 2024. Median sales price, $550,000. It's been floating right around there for about a year now, a little bit more than a year even. It'll go down a little bit, up a little bit, but right in the mid 500,000s for the median sales price, okay? We had a high price in October of almost 3.5 million was the high in the county. Low price was 215. And then of all the homes that sold, the sales price averaged being 98.2% of the original list price. So selling for a little bit less, about 2% less than kind of that original list price. But obviously some are selling above, some are selling at list price, some are selling below. But that's the average that's coming out there. Now, this is the number that really I think is the key one here. We had a decent month, 979 homes closed escrow in October. And as you can see, that's up from September, from a month ago, about 10%. And then it's up 15% from a year ago. So, I mean, 2023 was just such a slow year. Not a whole lot of transactions going on. There hasn't been a whole lot going on in 24 either, but we're slowly starting to see those gears start to move a little bit more, seeing it in the numbers, a little bit more sales. But man, we should be hopefully next year getting into thousands of homes per, above 1,000 per month once we start getting into spring, summer, and fall next year, hopefully. Average days on the market's just taking a little bit longer, 30 days on the market on average. That's a little bit more than last month. It's a bit more than last year. But with that being said, about half of the homes out there are having multiple offers on them. So it's a very mixed bag market. Some will sell right away over list price with a couple of offers. Others will sit on the market for 60, 80, 90 days and only have one offer eventually. Okay. Active listing inventory, about 1,800 homes out there for sale right now. That's up a tiny bit from September, but pretty flat. And then up quite a bit from a year ago when we just had a very anemic amount of inventory available in 23. So inventory is slowly starting to loosen up as well too. We have 1.8 months worth of supply right now. And then the pending sales, 979 pendings as well. That's down quite a bit from September. So would prefer to see that number increasing a little bit higher, but we are starting to head towards a little bit slower time of the year. Pendings usually start to taper off once we finish the summer market. And so, it's common to see the pendings start to taper down a little bit and down a little bit from this time last year as well too. So very mixed bag. I mean, we've been having these types of numbers for a year and a half now, going back to kind of end of 22, beginning of 23, where we just have the amount of homes for sale has been not as high as normal. The amount of sales happening just not as high as normal. It's really been attributed to interest rates when they started to increase, and they went to 5, and then they went to 6, and they went to 7, and then they went to 8. That's when the market really pulled back a couple years ago, and we've just seen really slow amount of inventory slowly coming back on, sales slowly starting to happen, and we started to see interest rates coming down. Got really excited, got really close to 6, and then all of a sudden things shot back up, kind of around 7 right now. The election is now behind us, and the Fed has started their cycle of starting to slowly reduce the Fed fund rate as well. So the expectation is that kind of crazy volatility or increase still happening right now, hopefully probably done with, and either kind of staying around 7 or even maybe even trickling down into the 6s again pretty soon, hopefully. That is really what's going to determine whether we start to see more sales happening, more inventory coming back on the market, those types of things. If we start to see interest rates come down, hold on, because it's going to start happening. It's going to happen quickly. I believe there's a large amount of sellers that want to sell and they want to move, but they're waiting for those rates to come down. There's a large amount of buyers that really want to purchase something, but that monthly payment is just a little too high. If rates could come down a half to a full percentage point, that would really put their monthly payment into the right range for them, and they would be going. So be ready. Normally winter's a little bit slower over time, but if we start to see those rates drop pretty quickly, it could happen pretty fast in this market right now. So hope that's giving you a good feel for what's going on in Sacramento real estate. As always, if you're a buyer, seller, or an investor, I'm here to help out. Been doing it for 18 years. Give me a call, text, or email. Leave a comment, question, subscribe so you get updated on my newest videos. And you can check me out at realestatewithdoug.com. Look forward to talking to you soon, and clear skies.